This here's from the BBC. Harry's US visa records unsealed after drug claims. Let's see what we got. Documents relating to Harry's visa application have been unsealed in court. They're heavily redacted, however, and no details have been given as to what Prince Harry put on his immigration form. A U.S. court had ordered the release of the documents based on a Freedom of Information request by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative U.S. think tank in Washington, D.C. The foundation alleges that the prince concealed his past use of drugs, which should have disqualified him from obtaining a U.S. visa. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Now is something actually going to be done about it. I mean, usually people in Harry's position just, have friends in the top and they don't suffer the same consequences. We know that. But it seems like it's possible with this administration there. And they say the allegations are based on what he wrote in his memoir about drinking Coca-Cola, Mary Jane, and other loose-in-the-sky things. Now, I guess Mary Jane is legal in some states, but the other stuff ain't anywhere. Application forms for U.S. visas specifically ask about current and past drug use. Administrations of drug use can lead to non-immigrant and immigrant visa applications being rejected, although immigration officers have discretion to make a final decision based on different factors. In the event, very little information was disclosed in the documents, which were released on Tuesday. The prince's visa form has not been released. They reveal that the U.S. government previously told a court that the Duke could be subjected to harassment if his visa records were made public. Now, sorry to get slightly political, but this sounds like something the old administration would have said. Harassment, hurting feelings, things like that. Let's let him in the country, bend some rules. We like immigrants. Just saying, that's how they are. And this side here, kind of like, well, wait a minute. Not sure we want all these immigrants. Let's look at the rules. So it would make sense what's going on. They specifically say that if the documents had been released, it might open Harry up to actual harm. Yeah, I mean, it would have caused some friction, I guess, but I just don't see how it would have been more than headlines. This guy, Jared Panther, put out this declaration that says third parties basically have no permission into Harry's business of his visa. But water under the bridge, here we are now, learning more. Jumping back to the present timeline, the government now argues that there have been things that have been omitted and information they haven't gotten yet concerning the visa. They also accuse him of privilege, alleging he benefited from his wealth and status being allowed in the US. That's pretty much how it goes, right? I mean, whichever side you're on about immigration, I think we could all agree that rich and powerful people bend rules. And not just immigration, pretty much everywhere. So yeah, makes sense. Wasn't much fun. In his controversial memoir, published in January 2023, Prince Harry wrote he first tried Coca-Cola at 17. It wasn't much fun. It didn't make me particularly happy, as it seemed to make everyone around me, but it did not make me feel different, and that was the main goal. He added, anyone could say anything about an experience they had with some kind of substance. Who knows? Well, he actually does say that Mary Jane helped him, but fine. Then they compare the two drugs, but that's not what this video is about. If it was about that, it would be longer and a lot weirder. They give some background. They say Prince Harry moved to the US in 2020 after marrying Meghan. Okay. And they say Donald Trump previously ruled out deporting Prince Harry in February, telling the New York Post, I'll leave him alone. He's got enough problems with his wife. She's terrible. All right. Well, I think most of us remember that comment. All right, here's the thing. Just because Trump said that doesn't mean he'd be personally making all these decisions. People like to wrongfully think, no matter who's in office, Democrat, Republican, Obama, Biden, Trump, that so much depends on the president. Like the president makes like all these decisions across the country for everyone that lives there. The fact is, there's a lot of people making these decisions, making the wheels turn, and someone coming after Harry probably wouldn't be Trump personally, but someone with a similar mindset. So I think if I had to bet, this might happen. Although I admit the news is a bit, broken record, but I think we'll know pretty soon if he's going to get sent back or not. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. Doing pop culture, entertainment, all things Johnny Depp, Meghan and Harry, Blake Lively, whatever comes up. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.